Hello, and welcome to another Hearts of Iron 4 modding tutorial. In this video, we will discuss how to add new laws to the game, including making them appear on the country political window. We will also create new MIOs for your nation. Laws. Laws are made in the exact same way as national spirits, except that instead of being defined under a new country block in an ideas file, they are defined under a block that matches the law type of the idea. For example, economy, trade laws, and mobilization laws. Idea tags. To understand how laws are different to national spirits, we have to take a look at the idea tags folder. The idea tags folder can be found under the game's common folder. Inside it, there is the file 00 idea.txt. In this file, we will see an idea categories block followed by the different kind of ideas in the game, grouped together in a category that matches the section of the country politics window in-game. In this case, under the government section, we can find the three types of laws in the game defined as slots, along with the three political advisors defined as character slots. The type of ideas you can create are defined here as the slot name. Adding a law. You can add laws to existing idea slots. To do this, open your mod's idea file. Then, under the ideas block, create a block with the slot name you want the law to be under. In this example, we will make a custom mobilization law, so we will create a mobilization laws block. Next, we will add the line law equals yes, which tells the AI that this is a law, and then the line use list view equals yes, which makes the laws appear as a list in-game. Now we can add the law. The law is created in the exact same way as a national spirit idea, only with the addition of the following. Cost, which is how much political power it costs to take the idea. Removal cost, which is optional and is how much political power it costs to remove the law. If this is set to -1, then the law cannot be manually removed by the player, but it can still be swapped for a different law. Allowed to remove, which is also optional and contains triggers that, if true, allows the player to change away from that law. Level, which is a number that is used to create an escalating price. For example, if you have a law with a level set to 1 and you want to change the law to level 4, then the total cost of political power will be the cost of the law and the previous laws at level 2 and level 3. Here is an example of a law we made earlier. In it, we can see that it has an allowed block of original tag equals MFC, which means that this law is only available to our custom country. It has a base cost of 150, a removal cost of -1, and a level of 1. Which makes it the same as the cost of scraping the barrel. When we start the game, we can see our law is now in the list of mobilization laws for our nation. It also costs the same as scraping the barrel. As we have not given it an available block, this law is available to be selected without restrictions so long as you have the political power to spend. Creating a new idea category. Next, we will create a new idea category, new laws for that category, and add it to the country politics window. Start by creating an idea tags folder under your mod's common folder. Next, we have to add the idea tags file. While it is possible to add a new file that includes your new ideas category, in this case it is better to copy the vanilla ideas category file and add your own ideas category to the existing file. This is due to how the graphics for the idea categories are generated and will be explained later. Copy the text file from your vanilla game's common/idea categories folder and place it in your idea categories folder. Then open the file. Next, add your idea categories block. Keep in mind that the location you add your ideas category to in the file is important. It defines where your ideas category is found on the country political window, and it also defines which graphic icon is used to represent the idea category. In this example, we will create a society category with a law regarding press freedom inside of it. We will also place it between the military staff and the Academy Spirit idea categories. Then, inside of your idea category block, add a slot for your laws. In this example, it will be slot equals press law. Next, we need to define the ledger the category is under. This defines what window in the country's intelligence ledger the idea will be found. These can be Army, Navy, Air, Military, Civilian, All, or Hidden. Next, we can add a default cost and default remove cost to the ideas. In this case, they will be 150 and 0. Make sure to add a localization string for your idea category. Idea category art. To add an icon to your idea category, you need to edit the file idea categories.dds. This file contains each idea category icon used in the game. It can be found under the gfx/interface folder. The vanilla file is split into 6 frames. Each frame is the idea category icon for the first 6 idea categories in the idea tags file. If we look at the file, we could see the icons for the first 6 ideas. However, currently only the 3rd, 4th, and 5th icons are used in-game. This is because the first 2 are used for the hidden and country ideas and thus don't show up in the interface, and the 6th icon is unused. But it would be used for the Academy Spirit ideas if it was on the country politics page. When we added our idea category to the file, we put it as the 6th category in the file. This means it will use the 6th icon. When adding your own custom icon, we could replace the 6th icon in the file with our custom icon. Here is the updated idea categories DDS file with our custom icon. Ensure the file with our changes is saved to your mod's gfx/interface folder, then open the game. When in-game, open the country politics window. As you can now see, our idea category is visible in the window. Adding new laws. We can now add the new laws for our press law slot. Create a new ideas file in your mod's common ideas folder, open it, and inside create an ideas block. Then create the block for our law type, in this case, press law. Add the law equals yes and use list view equals yes options. Now we can define the laws here as we would with other ideas. Here are 2 laws we made earlier. The cost of the laws is determined by the default cost we included in the idea category. The removal cost is needed to prevent the player from being able to remove the law. One law must have the line default equals yes, as the free press law does here. This sets it to the default law at game startup for all nations. Remember to add localization to your new category, law type, and law ideas, as well as graphics for your new law ideas. Finally, we can open the game and see our laws are in place with the free press law being default. Military Industrial Organizations. Military Industrial Organizations, or MIOs for short, replace design company ideas if you have the Arms Against Tyranny DLC. They contain a focus-like tree of upgrades that can be selected to modify the stats and production output for specific equipment. MIOs can be found underneath the game's common/military industrial organization folder, and then the organizations folder. The file _documentation.md extensively covers everything you need to know about how to create MIOs and what MIOs can do. However, for this tutorial, we will keep it simple and add a medium tank MIO to our nation with a custom name and a single custom trait. To start, create a file for your custom nation's MIOs in your mods common/military industrial organization/organizations folder. Then open it. Create a block for your MIO with the MIO's name as the block's name. Next, you need to tell the game that this MIO is a medium tank MIO. You can do this with the line include equals generic medium tank organization. The include line is used to copy the upgrade tree from one MIO to another. All custom MIOs in the game follow this pattern of using a generic MIO as a base and then adding onto it with custom traits. Add an icon for your MIO and then an allowed block. In it, set which nations are allowed to access the MIO. This is the minimum required for a custom MIO, but we can go a step further by adding an initial trait. The initial trait is a trait the MIO has by default at the start of the game. Create an initial trait block. Then inside, define what bonuses you want the trait to have. This could be either an organization modifier, which affects the MIO itself, a production bonus, which affects the production of equipment the MIO produces, or an equipment bonus, which affects the stats of the equipment the MIO has designed. A full list of equipment bonuses, production bonuses, and military organization modifiers can be found at the bottom of the vanilla game's generic MIO file. In this case, we will add an organization modifier for research speed, and equipment bonuses for maximum speed and reliability. Next, we will add a trait that can be unlocked by the player. This trait will also require another trait in the tree to unlock it. For this, we will use an add trait block. Create the block, then add the name of the trait using the line token equals trait name. Next, you can add an icon for the trait. We can also add the line special trait background equals yes to change the background of the icon to be the style used for special custom traits. We now have to position our trait in the MIO tree. This works in the same way as placing a focus on a focus tree. You can use a relative position ID to base the location off another trait in the tree. You also have to use a position block to set the trait position. If you want to require the previous trait to have been taken before the player can unlock the new trait, you can use the All Parents block to require all listed traits to have been taken, or you could use the Any Parents block to require at least one listed trait to have been taken. Finally, we can add the bonus the trait gives. This could be any of the same bonuses as discussed in the initial trait. Make sure to add localization for your new MIO and MIO trait. When we load into the game, we can now see our new MIO is available for our nation. We can also see that our custom trait is available on the trait. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.